Here we start getting into spring and our Painted Petals stamp set and the Painted Blooms designer paper. Now over here you see this in the frame and you kind of see this here. These papers, the thing that's really neat about them is they're actually hand painted. What they did is they had one of their artists hand paint a 12 by 12 piece of paper and then they just copied it. They essentially photocopied it and replicated it for these. So every single pattern in here is a hand painted pattern. It's not a digital drawing or anything like that. And so they are really, really pretty. So they are pretty enough to be artwork or to just use in the background of a card. Or there's this coordinating embossing folder for those of you that love embossing that have all these little flower designs as well. In fact, it looks like that actually is probably the embossing folder, this background yellow where they've colored in the holes and done that embossing. So if you are trying to figure out where that came from, that's the embossing folder. Oops, getting ahead of myself. We have another bundle for, it's interesting. I'm very curious to see what people will do with this. This is Garden from the Garden. You have little gardening tags, some sweet sentiments, and then the matching framelits, all available in the bundle. So if you know someone who's a big gardener, this would be a fun set. We have Moon Lake, which a lot of people are loving, especially for masculine cards. And then the stapler is back. But they also have, it kind of goes with this garden, but I've noticed that even in big box stores, this is kind of a big trend, the berry baskets. So now there's a die so you can make your own. And I've seen some really fun things where people have made their own liners as well. So the finished basket is 4 inches wide by 3 1/4 high, 5 inches with the handle. So you could use this for Easter, you could use this for gifts, all kinds of fun things. Sheltering Tree is the other big hit. This was my favorite that I had to get out of here, which is you get one tree and then you get all these accessories that make it perfect for spring, fall, winter, summer, kind of whatever you want. The thing that's absolutely hilarious though is it comes in this big wood box, wood mount case, but then you actually get it open and it's just these. So here's the case. You get 3 little pieces. I think I've decided that they must, if there's only 2, it's big by count of how many sheets they have. If they have 2 sheets, you get a skinny case. If you have 3 pieces, you get a big case. So if you got this and you're concerned about space, you can always buy, we sell the clear mount cases, the skinny cases. I think it's 4 for $4.95. You could get that and then just transplant this into one of the smaller cases, no problem. And then it takes up just a little bit less space in your closet. We also have another new flower. I actually like this better than the fun flower that came out in the annual catalog. You could do a lot of really pretty things, even here where they made it look kind of like a lacy border. And it's another bundle and save 15%. Gotta love our bundles and our discounts. If you like big sentiments, we have this. And then yay, we finally are getting chalkboard paper. I've been wanting this for a couple years now, so ever since that Thanksgiving kit. And then we have some chalk ink pads in aquamarine, rose coral, and yellow citrus. Now yes, those are not Stampin' Up! Colors specifically, but they are. We're working with Color Box right now to bring these so everyone can give them a try, and I'm sure if they're really popular, we would probably be getting more colors. Here's an example of the rose coral on the chalk paper, and we have our chalk pen as well, so you can kind of see that darker line up there, the brighter line, that and these dots I used with our chalk pen, so you can kind of fill in, draw, do whatever you'd like. And you just kind of get this, it's a really neat texture. I like it. So that is another thing that people are having fun with. And then don't miss these large craft journals. They're a 5 by 8 1/4, so way bigger than those little ones that we had been selling. So these are good if you want to take notes, give some to somebody to decorate, make it really neat. Next up is the bundle that everyone is talking about. If you do a search on Occasion catalogs, samples, you will find this everywhere. This is the Butterfly Basics and the Butterfly Thinlits. Now one question I've been asked is this bigger thinlit, which you can kind of see here. The thinlit, I don't have it unfortunately yet, takes up most of the front of the card. It's a pretty big sized thinlit. It does not exactly match Swallowtail. So you could actually use it, you could stamp the Swallowtail and cut it out, but it's not going to be the same. It's going to be similar. Close but not identical. And then this is the medium sized one here, so it's about like this, and then you have the little tiny one that matches this here. And it's funny, I say tiny, that's how tiny the smallest size is. And then you have one here that matches the bitty butterfly. So this has been, there's so many pretty things. You really ought to look up the Butterfly Basics and the Butterfly Thinlits die that you can get as a bundle and save. And then this Artisan Embellishment Kit, watch for a class. I'll be doing a class on making a bunch of cards with this. But lots of really cute, you can kind of see here, lots of really neat, well, you guys can't see on the back, lots of neat accessories with that. We have that note tag punch is coming back from the holiday catalog, so you can make lots of cute tags. And then these here kind of are hiding, these itty bitty epoxy stickers. I am really enjoying them because not only can you use them clear, but you can also use them by coloring. So let's see which, here. So for example, on here, this little red heart is an epoxy sticker that I colored with blendability. Same with that. But then in some cases you might use it by itself. I don't know if you can see that very well, but you can use them either way, just depending on what you feel like doing. There's that flower kit, and then here's the coordinating stamp set. So it's sort of hard to see, but on the catalog front, you'll notice sort of in these crisp cantaloupe flowers that there's some stamping, and on these little things, the speckling is this stamp. So again, this is the actual size, this is the scaled down size. But if you want those little accents in there and don't have similar stamps, you can get it to coordinate with your bouquet kit. Okay, here is the thing I've been drooling over since it came out. There's that die if you wanted to make your own flowers. But this, ladies and gentlemen, was my favorite. This was the Crazy About You. Well, it's a bundle because you have these framelets that say hello, you, thanks, and it actually says happy. Amazingly, they don't have a sample here. And then this stamp set, Crazy About You. The thing that I love about it, it does match your punches here, your scallop circle. It matches that new flower medallion. But you have all of these sentiments to build just about any phrase you want. It has rock, so you rock. It has Easter, you amaze me. You have happy graduation, you make me happy. Thanks, Father's Day, Mother's Day, celebrating, graduation, just saying, crazy about you, sunshine. So you can do things like say, use your framelits and say, hello, sunshine, or thanks so much, or miss you, or love you. It's really going to be super versatile and super fun. And when I looked at it, it's one of the more expensive because this set has 33 stamps in it. I personally will probably get it in photopolymer. Here's what I love. If you look, a lot of the stamp sets are actually coming out now in wood, clear, or photopolymer. So you get your choice. In some cases, like this flower medallion, I would probably get in wood because I like, if I'm just going to be punching it out most of the time and don't care about placement, I like to grab the wood. With some of these where I really will care a lot about placement, I tend to prefer in clear or photopolymer. And photopolymer lets me see a little bit better for placement, and since I don't expect to do much embossing or things where I really need stays on or really specialty inks, I might as well just get this in photopolymer, save myself some money, and be able to have more to spend on other things. We have Simply Pressed Clay. This is, which we've had for a while, but they have now this alphabet and number mold, which if you look over here, it's sort of hard to tell, but this hello and this phrase is all done with clay. So this gives you an idea kind of the sizing and what those look like. I think it should be really interesting to see what people do with it. I personally want to get it and play with it, but we will see. We have more blendabilities in 4 more colors: Bermuda Bay, Pink Pirouette, Soft Sky, and Wild Wasabi. And from what I keep hearing from people is they pick a couple and then they tend to want the rest. I know that I want Wild Wasabi because I'd like a light green. I also have the Pink Pirouette, which has been a lot of fun to use. So it's a great color. And it doesn't turn out to be too soft, actually. I believe I did this pig is in Pink Pirouette. So it turns out to be a really nice color. We have this BYOP, Buy Your Own Present. The thing that's funny, this BYOP is all about making gift cards and money holders that are gifts or thank yous with a money or gift card inside. So all of these, congratulations grad, you can say buy your own present because you have a gift card in there, something to use for whatever you choose. Happy birthday, I thought you'd like to spend your day spending. And you know, for baby booties, bibs, blankies, just so hard to choose, but thought this was a sure thing that your little one can use. So kind of fun to have a set that actually goes with that concept. We have some Easter sets, this really pretty flower that, as you can see, is perfect for coloring in with blendabilities or your watercolor pen. We have this ornate tag topper. We have a new tag topper. So you've seen, I tend to use a lot, I use this scallop tag top, but over on wherever I hid from myself that chalkboard one here, this is the ornate. If you can kind of see, it sort of has a little zigzag. It's hard to see in the catalog, I will admit, so I will put this up on my blog soon. Okay, so we have Mother's Sweet Laughter, which is a nice little Mother's Day set, and this Mother's Love. This Painted Blooms Quantum Twine, probably similar to the Baker's Twine, but not quite, probably a little bit thicker. Again, this is going to be part of my accessory paper share, so if you are interested in that, let me know. We have Baby, because we always love Baby. This really interesting designer series paper. You can see part of it over here with matching washi buttons, quilted ribbon. That looks like it'll be a lot of fun to use. And then this coordinating stamp set that goes with a lot of our dies and punches. We have All About Men. Those of you that like photorealistic paper, this is going to be for you. This is the Adventure Bound Designer Series paper, which has a lot, everything is printed, but it looks like photos. So ranging from the tops of wood to a brick background, bark, trees, pine, things like that. And I love how they used this Adventure Weight stamp set and they overlaid it for a picture, or they actually overlaid it on a picture. If I was going to do this though, here's my hint. I would, instead of stamping straight on your picture, I would stamp on a piece of window sheet, that acetate sheet, and then use that as an overlay. So you don't actually, if anything goes wrong with your stamping, you can always get a new sheet of paper. Don't have to worry about reprinting your photo. But if you want to play with that, they have this bundle again where you can get the paper. Love that they're bundling the paper with stamps. So paper and stamps, 15% off. Excuse me. And then they have this guy greetings. That's this great father, grandfather, dad, uncle, husband, Father's Day, birthday, classic card, tools, anchors, basically all things guy. So if you're using a lot of masculine sets, this might be the one for you.